Hello, in this tutorial I'll be showing you how to create a simple table in Microsoft Access. So to start off with, if you haven't already, open up Access and then simply go through and click blank desktop database. Once you do that, you're presented this screen asking you to name the database. So it makes sense to name it something which is correlating the purpose of what you're doing. So I'm going to be creating a database on different computers, hence calling it computers. If yours pops up like that as well, press yes. Yes, mine's only doing that because I created them earlier and it's asking me if I want to replace it or not. And then you come through on the whole main input section of the database. So later on we'll come back to this section and input in different variables, but for now we've got to design the database and name the different fields. So to get to the design view, two options. Either click that button right there to the design view, or right click on table and go straight through to design view. It pops up asking to name the table itself, so let's name it something appropriate again. Computers. Great. We're presented the design view. Now, as you can see here, you've got a little golden key. All that represents is being your primary key. Now, your primary key is a unique identifier. So the whole purpose sets an identification for the different variables you're creating. So for instance, it makes it slightly easier to retrieve information later on. So rather than me having to search for a different computer model by typing its name, etc., etc., all I'd have to do is type in its actual unique number. That's it. And they can also all be presented in like a chronological order, make it very quick for you to find. So let's call this field itself computer number. Now I'm going to leave it on auto number. As I mentioned before about chronological picking of numbers, that's what that does. It assigns the next available number. So if we only created one variable, the number it's going to choose is 1. Second time I create a variable, the number it choose is 2. So on and so forth until they're all used. Okay, so now once we've done computer number, let's do computer manufacturer. So for this data type, I'll show you how to use lookup wizard. So once you've actually clicked on lookup wizard, go ahead and click I will type in the values that I want. Next, and then it lets you choose different value what you want or type in the different values. So the whole purpose of this is it creates a drop down list for the users, so it increases the validation. It doesn't allow them to type in anything else apart from what's on your drop down list, so there's no room for error. They've only got a limited amount of choices. So computer manufacturers just have Apple, Microsoft, Dell and Asus. Then go ahead and click finish once you've typed in the different answers. Great, there's that one sorted. Next one, let's go ahead and have model. So a model, I'm going to leave it on short text, why not? Now short text is an auto-defined field size, as you can see down here being 255, and that's far too large for what I need it for. So if I left it on 255, it would mean the user could type anything from 1 character, anything up to 255 characters. Now, most model names for computers wouldn't be that far or that large. So, making it fit for purpose, let's go ahead and create it at 40. I mean, it's limited at 40 characters. Now, there's that one sorted. The next one we can do is go ahead and put it on date and time. Now, the date type, go ahead and click format and you click the drop down arrow. It lets you choose different specification of how you want the date and time to be viewed. Now, since I'm doing computer release dates on my date and time, I don't really need to know the time of day it was released, more so date or day, month, year. So I'm going to go ahead and click short date, but you can choose whichever one's applicable for you. If you need date and time, go ahead and choose that one then. If not, leave it on short. And there's your field name. Computer release date. The next data type I'll demonstrate to you will be yes, no. Now, yes, no is simply a Boolean operator. It only gives us two choices to choose from. You can have yes or no, nothing else. Yet again, this adds to the whole validation process, as they couldn't type in any characters or numbers. They only simply have to click yes, it includes it, or no, it doesn't. So the actual field name, I'll use includes OS, meaning it includes operating system. Great, there's that one sorted. On to the next one. The next one I could show you would be hyperlink. Now inside hyperlink, as you can imagine, all it does is it gives the user the opportunity to type in a website address or URL. So let's name this data type, or this field name, manufacturer's website. Great. A different data type now I can show you could be number as well. Now when you're clicking on a number, there's lots of different formats of the number itself. So it depends on the actual size you need. So if you go ahead and click file size down here, you can see it's already auto-defined as long integer. Now obviously it depends on what you're actually creating data type for, but for mine I'm going to go ahead and create it for, say, example amounts of memory. So you give the user the option to type in the actual amount of memory itself. So on the format, let's go and click this. I'm just going to set it down to integer. Once it loads, oh, didn't like it. Let's go ahead and try again. Sorry, my computer doesn't like it. It's being quite fiddly. Integer, there you go. But great, they are all the main different types of data you can have inside your Access database. So once we've done that, we go ahead and create different inputs for it. So to get back to the whole input section to create different variables, let's go ahead and either click up here, or you right click on computers and press design view. So yes, we'll go through. Do you want to say the table now? Yes. Now, the first section was where your primary key is generated. We don't need to do anything with that, as you'll see in a second. All we need to do is click on the next available field and click the drop down list and choose one. So let's go to an apple. And it automatically generates a number for us, being 1, as that was our whole unique identifier set to auto number. So obviously we haven't created anything yet, so the first available number being 1. Second time I create something, I'll show you now. Microsoft 2, and creates it just like that. Now model, if you remember correctly, we set this one as short text, meaning it allows us to type in what we want. Now we set the field size to 40 characters though, so it can be anything larger than that. So the model, let's type in MacBook Pro 15. Great. Now if these are too small for you, you can drag them across so you can actually see the whole text. Great. Now this one is simply the actual release date. Now just next to the input box has got a calendar. So if you click that, and it allows you to scroll through the different dates going back and forth as so. And there we go. And as you can see, it actually sets the date I set it to as well. Being the short date, so I haven't got any time formats included in that. The next field is your includes operating system, which is our Boolean operator. So if it includes the operating system, we click it. If it doesn't, we don't do anything at all. So as you remember before, I mentioned it improves validation. So we've got 2 options, yes or no. No other options. Now, manufacturer. Let's go ahead and increase the size of this. This should be manufacturer's websites, yes. So this is where we type in a website URL. So for this one, www.apple.com. And has the whole standardized hyperlink text by making it blue and underlined it as well to make it clearer that it is a hyperlink. Next option is the amount of memory. So we've set this one to simply a short, well, an integer. So we have to type in ourselves what the memory is. So for this one, let's say 16. Done. Ah, but it's not letting me do it. Why is that? It's because number doesn't actually allow you to create characters or insert characters as well. So as you can see, it's got a catch method and realise that I can't have gigabytes at the end of it. So I have to delete them for me to go forward. There we go. So we can. There is one last data type I haven't included, so I'm going to go back and show you that one as well. So go back into design view, click on data type, and I'm going to show you currency. So yeah, on the currency section, it simply allows you to choose a financial value. So if you go to currency, you can get a drop down list. So to choose some, so auto define when you've got euros or pounds. So obviously since we're in the UK, I'll leave mine to pounds. That's applicable for what I'm doing. And let's create a data type being cost of product. Great. Let's go back to the table view and save it. As you can see here now, cost of product. Let's go ahead and type in 1,500. Boom. Done. Now I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on the basic different data types in Microsoft Access and showing you how to simply create a table and different variables and inputs. I hope I've been as thorough as possible and you've all understood it. But thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.